Yeah, good morning, one and all. Now, today we can discuss about Annelida classes. One is the Polychaeta, another one is the Oligochaeta, another one is the Hydrodinia. Now, first we can go for the Polychaeta. Based upon setae, they can be classified. Poly means many, chaeta means setae. Many setae is present. I already said what is the main use of the setae for locomotion. Polychaeta organisms commonly called as a bristle worms. In that some are free living, some are burrowing type of habitat. Here the head with sense organs such as a distinct proper head is present, and also the sense organs eyes is present, tentacles is present, tentacles for capturing of the food materials, palps is present. It is mainly used for the touch and taste. Suppose now it is a head. Now this one is the tentacles like this. Near the mouth they having a palps is present, and parapodia. Last class I already said for each segments they having a parapodia. It can bears a setae, helps in the locomotion. Not only locomotion, it is also useful for the respiration. Clitellum is absent. What is clitellum? It means if the Annelida organisms mostly between 14 to 16 segments, a thick covering layer is present. This thick covering layer is called as a clitellum. By the presence of clitellum, the organism is matured or immature. Easily we can identify it. That's why for this Polychaeta organisms, clitellum is absent, and it is the dioecious. I already say exception is there. For Oligochaeta and Hydrodinia, both are monoecious. Monoecious indicates hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means both male reproductive organs, female reproductive organs present in the same body, that is called as a monoecious, or also called as a bisexual, or also called as a hermaphrodite. But Polychaeta organisms, they are dioecious or unisexual, means male organism is different, female organism is different. Gonoducts is absent. Gonoducts means what? If the reproductive ducts is present, suppose for us testis, sperm formation is takes place, they can store in the testis region only. But here these organisms, that reproductive ducts is absent. Now how this gametes is stored means, in the body they having a coelomic fluid is present. This gametes is shed into the coelom. Shed into the coelom means released into the coelom. Suppose at the time of copulation, now this is the male organism, this is the female organism, they can both participate in sexually. Now the gametes is releases outside. How the gametes will become outside? Here each segments externally outside they having a pores. That pores is called as a nephridopores. Through nephridopores this gametes will be comes outside. And then fertilization is what type of fertilization? Fertilization is the external fertilization. It means outside of the body male gametes and female gametes is fuses. That type of fertilization is called as a external fertilization. And then development is the indirect development. It means compulsory they having a larva. That larva is called as a trochophore larva. The best example is the Nereis. I already said, commonly called as a sandworm or also called as a ragworm. Aphrodite is commonly called as a sea mouse. Now, if you come to the point of Oligochaeta, oligo indicates few. Chaeta means setae. The best example is Yathma. Keep in mind, Yathma mostly present in where? Moist soils, some lives in the fresh water. The best example for the fresh water is the Cubifex. It is a type of Yathma. And lack of distinct head. But for Polychaeta organism, a distinct head is present. And then, you know, very familiar, setae is mainly useful for what? Locomotion. Clitellum formed during the breeding season. It means at the time of copulation time. Here polychaeta organisms there is no clitellum, but this having a clitellum. These are already monoecious. I already said development is the direct development, fertilization is the external fertilization. Here the fertilization is the external, here also external. Keep in mind, here the development is the indirect development, here the development is the direct development. The scientific name of South Indian earthworm is the Peritema postuma, and the largest earthworm is the Megascolex australis. And then next, if we go for the Hydrodinia, best example is leech, Jalaga. It means Hydrodinia organisms all are ectoparasites. Some they can live in fresh water, some they can live in marine water, some they can live in the moist land. The organism dorsoventral, it is the flattened and a definite number of segments. It means a small number of segments only present. These called as segments. And each segment externally subdivided. Externally subdivided, that subdivided segments is called as a annuli. And then externally, but internally segment is absent. Suckers helps in locomotion. Suppose this one is the mouth. This mouth, it can suck. It means attached, and organism is move forward. That's why sucker is mainly help for the locomotion. Clitellum is present. That's why for Oligochaeta and for Hydrodinia, clitellum is present. For Polychaeta, clitellum is absent. And then in coelom, in body fluid, they having a specialized tissue, very important. It is the botryoidal tissue. Botryoidal tissue is mainly used for the excretion and also storage of ions and calcium. Suppose if the organism is damaged, that damaged organ is blood supplied with the botryoidal tissue. This is the hermaphrodite. I already said fertilization is what type of fertilization? Internal fertilization. But this both are external fertilization. This one is the internal fertilization. Development is the direct development. Best example is the Hydrodinaria, commonly called as a freshwater leech.